welcome to Simply Kendrick. Today, we're doing a simple and delicious classic. We're doing meatloaf with a red sauce. Hey, before we dive into this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification, and share this video. Let's get it, let's go. All right, guys, let me introduce you to our ingredients. Okay, we're going with a pound of ground beef. I'm actually using 80-20. I have some Italian sausage, ground Italian sausage we'll be using. I have a quarter teaspoon of paprika. I have 2 teaspoons of cracked black pepper. I have two teaspoons of kosher salt. I have a tablespoon of Cajun all-purpose seasoning. I have 2 tablespoons of W sauce. I have 2 eggs. We have some fresh parsley. We have our butter. We have our breadcrumbs. I'm using seltzer water today. I have my thyme. We have jalapeno peppers. We have our onion. We have our garlic cloves and bell pepper. All right, we're gonna be mixing all this up for absolutely delicious meatloaf. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, what I did was just added a few tablespoons of avocado oil. Then I'm gonna add a few tablespoons of butter. And then we're going to just add our onion, our bell pepper, and our jalapeno peppers, which are all kind of diced about the same length. And we just want this to get soft and translucent. And then we'll come back and begin to build our meatloaf. All right, guys, our vegetables are nice and soft. I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic. Then I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of tomato paste, our W salt, pinch of seasoning, pinch of salt, pinch of pepper, and a pinch of the thyme. I'm gonna let this all cook with the vegetables. Let this cook down, remove from the heat, and then we'll begin to add to our meat. All right, guys, we have our ground beef and our Italian sausage. I'm gonna add our 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm gonna add our 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of parsley. I'm gonna add the remaining of our pepper, remaining of our thyme, okay, remaining of our Cajun seasoning, salt, egg. Then first we're gonna go ahead and mix this up with our hands. You don't wanna press it, you wanna just kind of fold it like so. Just fold everything together. And then I'm gonna come with our vegetables that we sauteed. Continue folding everything together. Like so. Then in the end, we're gonna come with our seltzer, 1/3 cup of seltzer water. I'm gonna mix everything together and just fold. And then we're gonna go ahead and form our meatloaf. All right, guys, now that we have everything mixed together, what we're gonna do is go ahead and refrigerate for 10 to 15 minutes. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and make our glaze, but let me just introduce you to the ingredients I'll be using. I'll be using 3/4 cup of ketchup. I'm using 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce. I have, 2 teaspoons of mustard. I have 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. I have a teaspoon of W sauce. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. We're gonna mix all this together, make for a beautiful sweet glaze. All right, let's mix everything together. Got ketchup, tomato sauce, mustard, brown sugar, salt, pepper, and our seasoning. Just gonna just mix all of this up, like so. You definitely want to give it a nice stir because that brown sugar sometimes want to lump together. So you want it nice and smooth. So that's what we'll be doing today. And then we're going to sit this to the side and begin to work on our meatloaf. All right, guys, here's my loaf pan that I'll be using today. It is come in two parts, have an insert to catch all of the drain from the grease. So now, just going to pretty much just add it to the pan. I already sprayed it, just like this. We're just going to kind of form our loaf. And then we're gonna add it to our oven that's been preheating at 375. I'm gonna let this cook for about 45 minutes. All right, guys. Our meatloaf been in the oven for 45 minutes. Now we're just gonna come with our glaze. Smelling amazing, looking good. Just gonna glaze the top layer right now, and we're gonna let this finish up in about 15 minutes. Put it back in the oven for 15 minutes, and then we'll come back and hey, we're gonna have a delicious meatloaf. All right, guys, hey, our meatloaf is done. We're actually gonna lift it out of the pan. Oh yeah, that's what you want. We got a loaf going on. So now we can just take our edges, the rest of our sauce, drape it with our edges. And while we're letting it rest, because before you cut it, you definitely want to let your meatloaf rest. Normally about 5 to 7 minutes without touching it. Any type of beef you want it to rest. We're gonna let this rest, and then hey, we're time for a taste test. All right, guys, all done. Now it's time for a taste test. That's it. All right, let me get you guys out of here. Hey, thank you for joining Simply Kendrick. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification, and share this video. As always, spray of love, cook out.